I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. Today is Tuesday, December the 27th, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this one an 8. I don't know why. I was just really into this episode. They played some of my, not my favorite people, but like they played some storylines that I'm interested in. But all right, let's keep moving. So we will see. Okay, we start off with Drew and Carly, and they are standing outside of Michael's house, and they give a little smack and all that. I said, oh, I'm just not going. Okay, but anyways, he says he found some promising information on how to get in contact with Willow's dad, and I said, ooh, child. Okay, so then they go in. So because Michael and Carly are, I mean, excuse me, Willow and Michael are there, and Willow looks like she feels horrible. She's not feeling well. She has an appointment, and about to go. And Wally said, "I want to go sledding." And I said, "Willow, why would you promise him that? Like, look how you looking, and not a bad thing, but like you look sick, and you have a high risk pregnancy." And you're physically not able to do this. Why would you promise him that you would go with him? And so Michael said he would go, he would take him after they get done with the doctor's appointment. And little Wiley just is acting bad. I want Willow to come, and yada, he fussing. And so that's what Drew and Carly walk in on. And then they tell him, they put him on a 30-minute because he can't talk to his aunt, mother like that. He can't be talking to his aunt mother like that. And so they're like, okay, they're gonna put him on a 30-minute timeout, and then they're gonna go to the doctor. And so then they go, right, and they're at the doctor's and everything. And then after the appointment, Willow was like, I just want to go home, Michael. He said, come look at this. And he showed her the babies and everything. And he said, soon we're gonna have a little girl down there and in there as well, and she's gonna be perfect just like because you are, and yada yada yada. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I mean, it was nothing. It was nothing. Y'all know I don't like Weeping Willow and Michael, so it's not interesting to me. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. So then we move on because y'all know I don't like Carly and Drew together. But baby, when they're not talking about their romance, because if I hear him say to her again, I want to kiss the breath out of you, I'm gonna throw up. But when they're not talking about their romance, and when they're in this business about this Willow's parents, it's a good episode to me. Because Drew was really like, I am so confused. How is this happening? He said, like, the birth parents just gave this child away. Like, they don't even care about her. There's no records. Like, dude, dang, they didn't care about her. And Carly's sitting over there the whole time knowing they do. And then for her to be saying stuff like, I love spending all the time I can with Wiley. Carly, you're wrong. You're wrong for this. I don't care what y'all say. Carly is wrong for this. Like, at the end of the day, you might not like Nina, but this wasn't the way to go about this. You was supposed to give them a choice. And then even if Willow doesn't like Nina, at least she could have went to her and they could have made some kind of arrangement. Like, are you not looking at Willow? Do you not see the girl that we're seeing? The girl is sick. Like, you can just look at her and tell she's sick. Everybody else in town can look at her and they're always like, Willow, are you okay? How does Ava know that there's something going on with Willow? Nina knows, but you're looking at her all the time and not saying anything. But y'all let me hush because I am went on a rant about this. But no, I'm just sick of Carly and all her manipulation. So they looking through photos of this leader of the cult. Wherever they used to be, named Josiah, right? And they try to match him up. Well, then Drew don't go through all the photos, but he gets a call and he says, it's Aurora, I gotta go. So Carly continues to go through the photos, right? And she sees one of Josiah then and now. So they have the contact information. This girl gonna go and take the information and stuff it in her purse. I said, B, you're killing Willow. You are killing this girl. And baby, when they find out that you knew this whole time, if Willow is on the brink of death, because or is that what y'all waiting on? Is that what y'all looking to do? Get this girl down where like it's a last Hail Mary for Nina to come in and save her? Because like, what's happening here? But anyways, Carly on went and hid it in her purse, and Drew come out and he like, Carly, what you doing? And she's like, I got some chap. My lips were kind of dry, so I got some chapstick on it. He's like, oh, they didn't feel they was soft earlier. I said, please don't kiss again, please. I can't do it. But anyways, so she tells him we need to let this go and all that. But I'm like, Carly, can't you see the urgency with with which he is trying to find Willow's parents, and he keeps saying it's a Hail Mary and all that, all this stuff going on. When your nosy butt don't notice that, whatever, child. And so then she thinking it's all done and he's gonna let it go. And then when she go upstairs to get Wiley out of his timeout, he calls, I can't remember who he called, but it's the person helping him. He said, I want you to go and speak to every Josiah in the area. I said, please, Drew, because baby, when Drew finds out what Carly has been doing to hinder this investigation, baby, he gonna be livid. He is going to be livid. I'm not saying, but honestly, they don't have no chemistry anyway. So break them up, livid is cool with me. But I don't know. But anyways, that's what Drew doing. He going behind her back and doing that part of it. But y'all know he gonna end up telling Carly, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, child. I don't know what's about to happen now. But I'm intrigued. But move the storyline along. Could you? Would you? Oh my God, I've only been on this 6 minutes. It feel like I've been talking 20. All right, so then we see Cody and Britt. I like these two. Well, let me backtrack. Let me backtrack. I don't really care for Cody, but I like Britt. So whoever she's in the scene with, I don't mind. And they really did have a nice scene where he finally admitted like everything he had done as far as getting blackmailing Spinelli, so that he could set up a match, knowing who her, figuring out, oh, that's your dad. Well, you have something I want, and just being admitting I was after that necklace, but then I got to know you, and so then I was like, I'm chasing this necklace, but I want to know this girl. He said, then I lost you both. And then they were talking some more, and she says, why do I feel like that there's something holding us back? Like we could be together, but something's holding us back. And she said she doesn't tell him that she's sick, but he keeps asking her question because he knows something's wrong, but she won't tell. And so, she starts crying and she tells him, I wish it could have been different and everything. It was a nice moment, because Britt is an actress. That girl can act, which is why she has been excitingly moved on to Station 19. Is it Station 19? Plus, she looked like a primetime girl. You know how they look. They have a certain look. She looks like that type of girl. So I'm happy for her. Let's move on. Baby, Brooklyn and Maxie. So Brooklyn and Maxie are talking, right? And she says, Brooklyn is like, I'm at the hospital because I got sick and I don't feel well. And Maxie like, okay, tell me what's wrong. She said, it's about Chase. You broke up. And she said, how did you know? She said, cause girl, you was acting funny. She said, what, it was around Thanksgiving? And Brooklyn was like, how did you know that? She said, because that's when you started acting funny. And so she said, tell me your symptoms. And so Brooklyn started telling her symptoms. And Maxie said, girl, you are in love. You are not. Because Brooklyn was like, I'm not pregnant. Because I said, are y'all finna try to make this girl pregnant? She said, I'm not pregnant. And Maxie said, I don't believe you're pregnant. I believe you're in love. And you just not real. I said, Brooklyn and Leo, Lord have mercy. Brooklyn and Chase didn't know they were in love with each other. We knew. How did y'all know? I said, they ain't never said it to each other. Oh, I thought they had. But anyways, so Maxie tells her, what are you going to do now? She said, well, Chase says it's over. And she says, so you got to fight for the man you love. I said, girl, I think it's over because Chase is over here and he's happy because he got a text message that they're going to review his case in the first quarter, I believe, of 2023. And then Gladys and Sasha are over here talking, and they're ecstatic because Gladys has been so helpful to Sasha as far as with her guardianship, and Gladys is, Sasha got on some diamond earrings, for Christmas. And she was like, oh, I can't believe you got me these. I got real diamond earrings. Gladys was happy to have them earrings because, Gladys likes the finer things in life. But anyways, so they're all talking, and then Chase comes up and he was like, I just wanted to say hi. And they said, have a mimosa with us. You got to sit down and have a mimosa with us and yada, yada, yada. And he was like, okay. Because at first he told him, no, I don't want to interrupt. And they said, yes, go ahead. But then Gladys said, let me go and change my powder my nose. And so that leaves Chase and Sasha to talk. And so they're talking, right? And as they're talking, he's telling her about, she said, so you and Brooklyn are made up because I saw you came. And he said, does everybody know? And she said, I mean, you wasn't there. Everybody didn't know you were coming. And then all of a sudden you were there. So he tells her everything. And she said, that's good. Then y'all should work things out. But he does tell Sasha, you look lighter, you look happy. And she says, I am. Everything's going right. Everything with Gladys is working with my guardianship. And hopefully she doesn't have to be under the guardianship much longer. But she's cool with Gladys. She was scared because it was Brando. it was supposed to be Brando, and she trusted Brando, but Gladys has, she's done wonderful. And so then she starts telling him about Brooklyn. She said, well, she did all that. Why don't you make it up? And he said, no, I told her our relationship was over. It's just professional. And she said, never say never. I said, never say never. Y'all trying to put Sasha and Chase together? Anyways, child, so Miss Wu gonna meet Gladys in the hallway, and Gladys owed Miss Wu some money. So Gladys said, "I'm running a little low on cash, but she said, you gonna play in the next game?" And she said, I'll float you." And I said, Gladys, don't agree to this. And Gladys went ahead and agreed to this. I said, girl, go and get that money from cousin Sonny, so you can get Miss Wu off your back, because this ain't the one you want to owe. Now, Miss Wu, you know you're gonna have problems with Sonny if something happened with Gladys or whatever. But I guess Miss Wu said, I don't give a care. So anyway, so she tells Gladys, um, yeah, I'm gonna need some kind of money or something. And Gladys said, well, here are these diamond earrings I got. They should take care of half of it. And then when I win at this next pot, that'll take care of the rest. I said, girl, Miss Wu did tell Gladys, I'm only extending this credit one time. I said, ma'am, how are you gonna get the money? And I said, I know how you're gonna get this money. And so then anyway, Sasha now she comes back to the table with Sasha, and Chase had to leave, but she comes back to the table. Gladys goes back to the table with Sasha, and Sasha said, that was the longest bathroom, little pouting my nose breaking. She said, oh, I got distracted or whatever. Anyways, Sasha says, oh, I have to take care of something really quick. So Sasha leaves the table, and then Gladys pays for the bill with Sasha's credit card, which, I mean, it makes sense. But I said, oh, she about to try to get some cash advances and stuff on Sasha's credit card and all that. Oh, Lord, Gladys. Because, I mean, she has the right to. She controls Sasha's money. But I don't know, child. It has to get approved, and she's the one who would approve it. Anyways, we see Miss Wu and Britt talk, and she says, do you have what I need? And she said, yes. And so Britt said the deal is she gives Britt this, and Britt leaves town forever. She said, okay. She said, and if I don't, you have the information, you could just release it. But anyway, so she gives Britt a passport, a new identity. I believe it as Rita Jenkins. She gives her that information. So I was like, okay. So Britt leaving town. I said, well, we looking at the last days with Britt. And y'all sure are playing her a lot now. When you went for a while there, and y'all was barely having her with Rose. Anyways, so Frank, Dex, and Sonny are meeting with Roman, and I was liking Roman. I like the silver hair and all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh, he's very handsome. Anyways, they meeting with him, or whatever, and he says all we want to do is use your ports, do come in, move some material, and then we out or whatever. And he said, Sonny said, as long as you don't hurt civilians and nothing bad happens, we good. And just give me the assurance that that's it. And they opened up that briefcase of money, and I said, Sonny, you don't really need the money, but okay. So, and that's it. He gets up and leaves. And so then Dex is talking to Sonny. He said he's ex-military. And so then Dex tells Sonny, we never touched, like when I was working I guess at a mercenary, we never touched that account because I can't think of who they call the company Sonny's having it to use his ports. He said because they I don't know. And Sonny said, "You worried about me, Dex? Don't worry, we're gonna get this all straightened out." And I said, "What are you talking about, Sonny? Is there something y'all doing and we the fans don't know about? What's going on? Because I just don't see Sonny being this sloppy. You know what I mean?" Anyways, child, that was Young and Restless. Young and Restless. That was General Hospital today. I don't know. For some reason, I'm giving it an 8 because I enjoyed this episode. Y'all tell me what you think. Don't forget, I will be going live on Friday. 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 4 on the West Coast. Everyone keeps asking me, how do I find the lives? How do I find the lives? I usually, if you come to the channel, you'll usually see like before I go live, I usually have it put up there that I'm going live at this time. I don't know. You just have to get a notification. Like put the notification bell on Friday, and it'll notify you whenever I go live. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition.